So your video is edited and ready to be exported. And to do it, there are two main things you have to do. The first one is coming up to the timeline and being sure that everything finishes together. So let's zoom in by the end here so that we can have a little bit of a better look. And you're gonna see that the adjustment layer doesn't finish together with the video, so we're gonna drag it up here to be sure. It's gonna snap it there. And also the song is going over the video, so let's just drag it here. And now we have everything matching together. Let's zoom out to see all of the timeline. And now before exporting, you're gonna press O on the keyboard to set the out point. And here in the beginning, I to set the in point. If you don't do it, CapCut is just going to consider that the whole timeline is what you wanna export. But just to be sure, it's better to do it. Then to export, all you need to do is to come up here to the right, and there's the export button. It's gonna open this dialog box in which you have all the options that you're gonna need. First of all, there's the title. CapCut example. On export to, you're gonna find the folder where you want the video to be placed. And first you have to check video exporting. This is gonna be sure that the video part of the video is actually exported. The resolution is exactly what it says. You can choose up to 4K. Now bitrate is gonna dictate how good is the quality of the exported video. You can choose one of the presets, lower, recommended, or higher, or just go customize depending if you know the bitrate of your original footage. If you don't know, I would totally suggest you to put higher and just leave it as it is. Now codec is going to be a little bit different if you're using Windows or Mac, but H.264 is going to be available on both of them and is one of the most used codecs, so you're going to be sure that it's going to work anywhere. The other ones are more compressed codecs. They save a little bit of space, still good quality, but they're not going to be compatible everywhere. So to be sure, I would recommend you to use H.264 here. And if you want to be a little bit fancier, you can choose HEVC on Windows and Apple ProRes if you're on a Mac. The format, you can go with the standard MP4, especially if you're on Windows, but on Mac is going to leave you as MOV as default. The frame rate here is important that you match exactly what you had as the timeline. And right there in the first lessons about the timeline, we set this up, so I would just suggest you to keep exactly the same. If you put 30 frames per second back then, put here also. Export audio, if checked, is going to export the audio of your timeline as a separate file. If you want that, you can keep it clicked. And here there's caption exporting also, but it's a pro feature. Okay, so you're ready to export, just click export over here, and it's going to tell you in the progress bar how it's going. And also the estimated size. And as soon as it's over, it's going to offer you to post directly to YouTube or TikTok over here. And you can open the folder, and you're going to find all the files over there. If you choose to export also the audio, you're going to see that there's an MP3 file also in the folder. Otherwise, you're just going to see the video file like here that you can play, and that has the audio inside as it should. And that's about it. In the next lesson, we're just going to wrap it all up.